Colorado Rockies fans shuffled out of Coors Field on Friday after the team's first home game of the season, slightly more subdued than earlier in the day, when the streets popped with opening day excitement. "They can't be this bad all year," fan Andrew White said. "Well, fingers crossed." As the Rockies filed off the field after the 10-6 loss to the Los Angeles Dodgers, dropping their record to 3-5, fans held hope the team's best is yet to come. "I'm kinda disappointed," Patricia Garibay said. "I thought they'd do better." The Colorado Bats came alive late in the game with 3 home runs. But the pitching struggled. Starter Tyler Anderson was shelled for 6 runs in just 4 innings. "It's a small sample size," William Cook said. "I'm not panicking yet." Still, the day got off to a rowdy start. Fans enjoyed balmy 70-degree weather and more than their share of liquid refreshments hours before and throughout the game. "I mean, it's still opening day," White said, gesturing toward center field. "It's a beautiful ballpark." The festivities in lower downtown started early. By 8:30 a.m., a dozen people clad in purple and white jerseys were waiting patiently outside Jackson's All-American Sports Grill to begin the day's celebration. Employers on Friday likely received a few work meeting disappearances, sudden doctor appointments and family emergencies as Lodo filled to the brim with rabid baseball fans excited to get their first look at the 2019 Rockies. Chad Mock and Troy Schlehuber were the first 2 in line at Jackson's before the bar opened. It was their first opening day, so they wanted to get into game mode early. "We're pretty excited," Mock said. "We've got a big crew coming, and we're looking to bond and let loose." Mike Trissler arrived at Jackson's right at 9 a.m. with his full softball team. He hasn't missed a single opening day since 1995. "Opening day is just so much fun," he said. "It's one big party down here." Outside the stadium, fans reveled in the atmosphere. With a DJ blasting top 40 hits across the street, those playing hooky chowed down on hot dogs and hamburgers, downed a beverage, or 2, and batted yellow beach balls. Joey Mascarenas, 11, and his family come to opening day every year. His favorite part? "I'd probably say all the food trucks," Joey said, detailing his pregame meal of ice cream and hot dogs. "But I still like the game too." Joey's younger brother, 4-year-old Kingston Combs, was especially excited to see Rockies outfielder Charlie Blackmon, his favorite player. "I like him because he hits the ball really fast," Kingston said. His other favorite player is outfielder Carlos Gonzalez, who, his mother informed him, no longer plays for the Rockies. Kingston didn't seem too bothered. With the Dodgers in town, Rockies fans had even more reason to amp up for Friday's game. And they weren't shy about expressing their feelings for the visiting team. "I hate those bums," Trissler said, adding a choice word. Zachary Moffett was slightly more diplomatic. "I like to see Rockies and Dodger fans enjoying today's festivities," he said. After a quick pause, he added, "But maybe the Dodger fans don't have quite as good of a time." Before the game, Rockies third baseman Nolan Arenado expressed disappointment with the number of visiting team fans at Coors Field, saying, "We need our fans to be there and support us." Arenado might not have been happy with Friday's turnout, which featured more than a sprinkling of Dodgers blue. Tim and Laura Crook were 2 of those hated Dodgers fans. The couple moved to Colorado a year ago and have maintained their old allegiances. "We were torn," Laura said. "We wanted to come to opening day and then we saw who the Rockies were playing, and I said, no." Rockies fans gave them a few looks and a little jab here and there, Tim said, "but mostly it's been friendly so far." For Kent and Kyle Cottingham, this opening day marked a bittersweet affair. Kyle is preparing to move to Minnesota. Kyle came to the Rockies' first opening day at Coors Field in 1995, albeit in his mother's womb. His father, Kent, recalls that day fondly, remembering the inaugural game at Coors Field ended in dramatic fashion with Dante Biquette's walk-off home run in the 14th inning. "You just can't beat opening day," Kent said as he showed off his bag of memorabilia, filled with specially marked pins and baseballs with the 2019 insignia. He has a full collection in his house from all the opening days over the decades. I make sure to buy them every year.